hating, cause I'm doing better than all of y'all. It's a cold world, best bring your sweater. Boy, I hope you know me, I ain't a fucking phony. Say some shit I don't like, you'll catch this fade like Kobe. You talk shit from a distance, better know where your bitch is. She's with AP and she is my mistress, damn.
That was Allan Prado on his track Fired Up, which features me. Mixtape coming out soon, right? We'll talk about that in just a minute, though. But first, let's talk about Fired Up, just the song in general, and the music video in the near future. So what news do you have about that, Allan?
Okay, well, first regarding the song, or just generally speaking about the song, it's almost at 1,000 views, which is pretty good. I think it went pretty good. People seem to enjoy it, and honestly, to the people that hate on it, I really don't care about that. And the music video, the plan is, we're probably going to record with a whole bunch of kids from school, and we're just going to be bumping that. And yeah, so the music video should probably come out after the mixtape is out. Then the mixtape should be coming out sometime around when school starts. So yeah.
So that's your any other future plan with music? Just the mixtape coming out around September, or is anything else in the works right now?
That's confidential. All I can say is there's gonna be another project, and it's gonna be good.
All right. Yeah, we're really interested to hear it. So now that we've talked about your music, let's talk about some of your favorite music. So what genres are you listening to, and who's a maybe top 5 of your favorite artists? Who are you listening to a lot of right now?
Okay, well, my favorite genre is hip hop and rap, and I've been listening to Logic recently. Not really too much of a fan of everybody, at least the topic of it, but it still flows and I can still bump it. My top 5 probably be J. Cole at the top. I love J. Cole. I love every single song he's ever put out. Second, Logic. All his mixtapes are really good. Third, Kendrick, although Damn I like a couple songs on that, but yeah. And 4 and 5, it'd probably be kind of torn, probably the old school, Eminem or Biggie, Tupac, because everyone else in the new school is kind of trash. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of new school, what do you think of this Lil Pump and Lil Yachty in particular, and just their era of mumble rap almost? You like it, you hate it, and how's it affecting the rap game in total?
Okay. I hate it. I hate the mumble rap. I think it's pointless. I don't know how people can enjoy that music. Lil Pump, he's I don't even know how old he is. I think he's 16 or 17. I don't know where his parents are. I think he's a retard. Lil Yachty, I just don't like the way his voice sounds with that auto-tune, and I don't know. I just don't like him. And I think this new generation of hip-hop I don't think we're going in the right direction, to be honest.
Where would you say is your favorite era? Would you say back at the start with people like NWA and Biggie, or would you say more of a middle kind of Logic, Childish Gambino, Chance, or would you obviously wouldn't say today's rap age? So where are you putting your favorite type of rap?
Well, I'd say in the middle, and I say that because the old school, even though the lyrics, they flow really good, there's kind of bad message, especially with NWA as the police.
Well, yeah, but that was a different time. It was good for then, but so it just doesn't age well. It's hard to listen to that now. Yeah,
it's hard to listen to now. Yeah.
Well, for us people who use our brains, at least, because I'm sure there are plenty of people who still think F the police. But
yep, sadly.
Well, let's kind of get into talking about that. So before I ask you about President Trump, I'm interested on your view of police.
Okay. Well, my views on police, just like everyone else's should be, is that they protect us, and their job is to protect us, and they're the only people that we call when we need protection. I don't see why they're a problem, and I don't see why people, especially these Black Lives Matter people, seem to hate every single police officer in the world. It's kind of upsetting, to be honest.
Yeah. I agree with you. It is really upsetting. And have you received any discrimination being that you're Hispanic?
Not at all. Not once.
Well, that's one testimony for the good guys. All right, so let's talk about President Trump. A lot of people hate him, a lot of people love him. Where are you on the line? How's he doing? What can he do good, and what can he do better?
Okay, well, all right, this is going to be a big one. So I know a lot of people really don't, or a lot of liberals really don't like him because of the media, the fake news. But well, I think he's doing a pretty good job, especially when it comes to the national debt, when it comes to unemployment rates in minority groups and inner cities. And overall, I think he's doing a good job. He hasn't even been in office for a year yet, but I would like to see him go a little bit different when it comes to like military stuff, like the Syrian strikes. I don't think that was necessary. I think he spent a little too much money on that, and I didn't agree with that. But I'd say about 90% of the things he's done so far, I totally agree with.
Okay. Yeah, that's really interesting considering you're Hispanic.
Yeah.
So you're not worried at all that you'll get taken away?
Oh no, I'm not gonna let the media say that he's gonna deport anyone who's not white. You know, he's a Nazi. So.
All right, so before we talk about this video, then let's actually talk about his immigration laws and his immigration views. What's your opinion on immigration? Does it align with the president's? And is he doing a good job in general with immigration? What do you think?
Okay, well, immigration, in my opinion, should be closed borders like he wants. Especially with the border in Mexico, I think we should definitely build a wall there because illegal immigration rates are very high over there. But when it comes to the quote-unquote Muslim ban, I'm like 90% with Trump, and also like a little tiny bit like I disagree, and that's the only reason is that even though the refugees some of them are coming in and they're terrorists or radical Islamic terrorists, I still don't 100% agree that we should just totally stop people from coming in. But I also do believe that we should protect American people first.
Weren't those what was it, 5 countries? Weren't those the 5 that Obama's administration said were most dangerous?
Yes, yeah.
So I mean they called it a Muslim ban, but was it really? It was almost decided by Obama's administration at that point.
Yeah, it really was.
He just kind of put it into motion. So and I don't know if it's fair to call it a. I don't know if it's fair to call it a Muslim ban though.
Yeah, I agree. It's not really a quote-unquote Muslim ban. It's just what the media says. That's what I'm...
Yeah.
Eggs at me.
Does that happen to you?
Because I'm white. You don't even know anything about me. You literally just see... White. You claim I'm white and that you assume all these things about me. That's racist. Do you realize you're a racist?
It's not possible.
How is it not possible?
I can't be racist against white people.
Well,
Racism is literally the suppression of a minority
Are you
group.
judging me because I'm white?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't like white males.
Why? So that's not racist? That's the definition of racist.
Are you yelling at me?
This is hilarious. Thank you so much for this YouTube
You're a
bull.
misogynist pig.
How so?
Because you're a white male.
You don't.
All right, so we just finished watching that video. So I want to talk about that clip. So it's back in January when it was the day of Trump's inauguration, and so this guy's walking through a crowd earlier in the video, and he hears these protesters yell "F Trump," and so the clip you saw is he stopped and he was talking to them for a little bit, and then near the end, which is the part that I showed, they just start calling him a white male and saying his point's invalid. So I have the quote of what she had said here. She says, quote, "I can't be racist against white people. Racism is literally the suppression of a minority group," end quote. So I was like, all right, I should probably Google the definition, see if she's wrong, because she probably is. Unsurprisingly, she was wrong. So according to Merriam-Webster, which I think we can say is a fair, reliable source, the first definition of racism is, quote, "a belief that race is the primary determinant of human traits and capacities, and that the racial differences produce an inherent superiority of a particular race," end quote. So this basically means that people think that race is a trait of how good you are, and that being a specific race will give you a superiority over other races. It's obviously untrue, but that's the definition. So the third definition of racism is, quote, "racial prejudice or discrimination," end quote. Very simple. The second quote was something else about doctrine of law. I didn't think it was necessary to include, but rest assured, it is not the suppression of a minority group. So I don't know what this lady is talking about, and I want you, Allan, to talk about how you feel about a white anti-Trump female telling a white man that his opinion is invalid because she does not like white men. What do you think about that?
Okay, well, first of all, I think she's an idiot. She's so stupid. How can you say that you can't be racist towards someone who's white when and quote this racism is the suppression of minority groups? It makes no sense to me how a white person is saying you can't be racist to white people. Yeah, she's being racist to a white person.
I always thought that was a really interesting part of not Black Lives Matter a little bit, but just more feminism. Is they say a lot, you're white and you're a man, so your opinion's invalid, but they're a white woman. Like, don't even throw in the white part then. I mean, don't say any of it at all. But if you're already white, don't say you can't talk because you're white. Like, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's right. And also, the man part, the white male, feminists, they claim that it's for the equality of both genders. Two genders, by the way. And so feminists, that's what they claim their little motto is. But yet, every time we see feminists argue with someone who is a white male, they always bring up that they are a white male. Like, it really makes no sense.
Yeah, feminism is, it's pretty funny. You probably know, but my lock screen for a while has been a feminist bake sale for equality, where a cupcake for a woman is 75 cents, but for men it's $1. So that just goes to show the equality in feminist eyes. Very interesting. Very interesting to think about. I saw a similar picture the other day where it was for minorities, and it was white $2, Hispanic $1.75, and it kept going down. And then at the bottom it said 25 cents off for all women. So I guess being I think it was Native American women made it cost literally $0. So I guess that means you're the most victimized, because that's just what the movement has become. Wouldn't you agree? It's who's the biggest victim, not who's the less equal. Who do we need to boost to be equal? It's, this person was the biggest victim.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the feminist movement has moved towards being quote unquote oppressed by your race, even though most of these people are millennials and they haven't experienced real oppression like their ancestors if they are a certain race.
Yeah, it's like that quote. I forget who it was by. But it's like that quote that came out after the statues were pulled down. It's like black people who were never slaves are fighting white people who were never slave owners over statues that Democrats built, or something like that. It's a paraphrase. Don't quote me exactly on that, but it was a quote about that. And I think that's a really good point. A bunch of black and other colored people are fighting white people who never oppressed them, and they're saying, you oppressed me, you oppressed my people. And it's like, but I didn't. Maybe 6 generations, maybe 3 generations, not 3, maybe 6 generations ago. But like, I didn't do anything, so why am I getting plaque for it? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of think it's actually disgusting, to be honest.
So you're obviously against this third wave feminism. A lot of people like to call the radicals feminazis. I think that's a funny name. I think it's a fit name. So you're obviously against them. So what do you think? Because a woman's role has changed in even just the past couple years. So what do you think a woman's role in 21st century life is? And a man's role too. I'm honestly interested in a family. What do you think both of their roles would be? And let's just say a family of 4, 2 kids and the parents.
I think in a family of 4 kids, just a normal American family, I think the woman should be home with the kids and just home in general.
Yeah.
And I think the man should be the working man. Should be the male who just brings in the income for the family and for the kids. And I think I think that's how it should be. And I'm not saying, and I know people who are viewing this are probably going to be like, oh, you think women can't go out and work and do this and do that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that for a normal, average American family in the 21st century, that is my view on a average American family. And I'm not saying that women can't go out and work, because they definitely can. My mother works, and so yeah, that's my opinion. And it doesn't have to be like that, but that's my view on a normal, average family.
I think something that's very interesting to talk about. Now, obviously, my mother is not every woman, but I have 3 sisters, so we're a family of 4 kids, and she works part-time, and she hates it, but at the same time, she cannot stop herself from doing chores no matter who is over, no matter if we're having a party or whatever. She's always doing chores, and we've been trying to push her to go full-time, but she just absolutely refuses, because not only would the house crumble without her guidance, but she finds no interest in having a full-time job. She always talks about how she wants to be part of me and my sister's lives and part of the house all the time. My dad also works from home. It's not like there would not be anybody there. I think it's just part of a woman's instinct almost to stay with the family. And I think a very good dynamic is one that my parents have, where my dad works full time and he's working from home, but at the same time he could be away for days or weeks at a time. But my mother, although she might be gone from 9 to 5 on 2-3 days out of the week, she's always there. She's always home for me. So if I need something, if my sisters need something, I think it's a very good dynamic where it gives us extra money. It keeps her feeling equal, because she definitely is to my father, and also she gets to do what she wants and what our family needs.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, and I do agree with the instinct that women have to just care and nurture their children and care for the house and just keep things tidy around the house. I definitely agree with that. And it's good. I think it's good for the children to have their mother around, when necessary, and still have, some income coming in from both parents. I definitely agree.
Yeah, 100%. So obviously we're friends, so you've probably told me whatever story you're thinking of, but I'm interested to see if you want to tell maybe one specific story of where either feminists gone crazy, or this is where you knew feminism has died, or like a feminist was mean to you in particular. Just some personal story with a feminist that I'm interested to see if you had at all, which I assume you did. We've probably talked about it in the past, but so do you have any story like that?
Yeah, actually, I do. I have quite a few actually, but I want to go into one in particular. And I'm not going to name any names, obviously, because I'm pretty sure people from our school are going to watch this. But there's this time, it was when President Trump got inaugurated, and I was in the cafeteria in my school, and I was holding up a Make America Great Again sign. And not only did the whole cafeteria boo me, except the table I was sitting at, which was like 3 or 4 of my friends who had the same political views as me, I got called by the aides to stop holding the sign and stop supporting the president-elect at the time. And then fast forward like maybe 10, 15 minutes later into that period, this table that was sitting across from me, these feminists have the audacity this one person in particular has the audacity to just come up to me and say, quote, "I hope you know you're probably going to get deported because President Trump doesn't like your kind," end quote.
Oh, God.
And I was like shocked, but it was like hilarious to me how ignorant these people are. And my response to that, all I said was like, when did he say he's ever going to deport American citizens? And she was like, oh, it doesn't matter if you're an American citizen. You look like you're from Hispanic descent. And I said, yes, I am, but I was born on American soil in New York, and
Wow.
I'm an American citizen. And we just went back and forth, and I completely shut down her whole statement towards me.
Wow, that's absolutely crazy. Just to run back to the beginning of the story. So you said the aides were trying to tell you to put the sign down. Do you think that was because it was causing too much commotion, or because they disagreed? I'm just trying to look from both sides of the aisle.
To be honest, actually, I think it was more towards the making too much commotion rather than the actual sign.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you know, a lot of people in that cafeteria didn't agree, and so they had to scream and yell and do all this unnecessary things just to get me to put the sign down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's kind of sad that should even be a problem in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, I think that just about wraps it up. Do you have anything else you want to say before we go?
No, I really don't. I think this went really well, and I hope people listen through the whole thing, and I hope if any feminists or anyone, any liberal is watching this who know me personally, I hope this, you don't have to change your views, but I hope this clarifies what I believe in, and I hope you can respect my beliefs, and we don't have to argue all the time.
Yeah, so if anybody's interested in getting on the show, Allan's going to become my co-host, actually. So, you'll be able to talk to me and Allan in a discussion similar to this. So Allan will be coming on as my co-host in the next episode. Not sure when that'll be. And I'm not sure who we have on yet. We have a couple of choices. So you can find Allan at ALN the King on Instagram and YouTube. Anything else you want to plug?
My SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/AP718.
Yeah. So on YouTube, all of that will be linked in the description.
Damn.
Yeah. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
Damn. Y'all got me fired up. I swear. Y'all do not give up. Damn. Y'all got me fired up. Damn. Y'all got me fucked up. Swear to God. Y'all mad. Cause I got that cheddar. That moolah.
Start out shouting Bino. He the shit. Fucking with my girl. That's my bitch. Thought it'd be top 10. But here I am.
Allan on the grind. Now that's the fam.
Hey.
Shout out the east side. That's the land. Fucking with their girl. But we still friends. Ain't no royalty. We ain't them. Real shit though. I could go ham. And I am, man. Fucking hot breath from the fire that I spit. Haters might say I'm a bitch, but your girl fixed my itch. And I used to be tricky nigga, but now these girls get this tricky diggy. Might not have smoked, but your girl still fuck with me. Flames on every track. Now that's a fact. Your girl left her shit. She can take it back. Haters say it fake. Just run the tracks. We keep it fucking real.
Now that's a fact.